Welcome to the Saga of Bob.
Good morning, Vault-Tec calling. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Sounds great.
Bob's a
Now,
little
I can't
snarky.
wait for the world to end.
That's going to come in handy for Bob later.
That's the spirit. Now, let's see.
So this game is being played on survival, mostly with melee, some thrown weapons, Molotovs and grenades and the like. We're giving Bob a lot of strength for his melee, a lot of luck, because Bob's going to need to be lucky for this one. Give him a little bit of charisma. I mean, all the charisma is derived from those mutton chops. And some endurance, because Bob is going to have to endure a lot.
Wonderful. That's everything.
This Vault-Tec rep guy,
over to the vault.
I think we're going to see big things from him in the future.
Prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
So Bob's trying to sit down and watch TV, and immediately regrets this whole family thing. His robot butler bothering him about the kid.
Some of that paternal affection you seem to be so good at.
Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now. Huh?
Thankfully his wife is pretty hot.
Listen, after breakfast,
Bob's a lucky
I was
guy.
thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
But Bob's gonna watch TV.
Serious? Not gonna happen.
Sir? Mum? You should come and see this!
We do have coming in. That's, confirmed reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations.
Bob can't help but believe this because it's happening on TV,
My God.
and Bob loves TV. Fortunately, Bob's insanely lucky. Just moments ago, he was admitted into the local vault.
Residents of Sanctuary Hill.
Things are really looking up for Bob at this point.
Registered. Evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
And once again, Bob's luck is amazing as he enters the vault just as the blast wave from the bombs hitting Boston reach the vault. He escapes. He's safe. So I'm thinking from here on out, it's going to be pretty boring for Bob. He's just going to live in his vaults,
Just step in here and put your vaults in.
have a nice little life. We'll just get decontaminated here. Everything's going great.
The pod will decontaminate
Bob's loving
and
life.
Pressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just
Ready for a whole new life of stability and comfort in Vault 111
Occupant vitals.
with his hot wife and his annoying little shit of a son.
Complete. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Then things start going not so great for Bob.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
His wife is brutally murdered in front of his eyes while he's powerless to help. Finally, some indeterminate amount of time later, Bob escapes, confused and distressed. What's Bob gonna do? Angry, he grabs the security baton and just starts whacking the shit out of roaches.
Giant.
What the hell
Roaches.
indeed, Bob?
What the hell?
Bob finds the vault abandoned, except for the rad roaches, and just slaughters them. This is where Bob is in his element. Eventually, Bob finds the Pip-Boy. Now, Bob's kind of dumb, and by kind of, I mean Bob's incredibly dumb, totally into consumerism, loves his new futuristic Apple iWatch. Grabs the Pip-Boy, and we're out of here.
surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Bob emerges from the vault, a little bit dazed, always confused. He takes a look around. This isn't the world that Bob wanted, but it's the world that he got. He runs home, finds his old robot butler, who's excited to see him. Of course, those mutton chops would be exciting for anybody to see.
Sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood
Codsworth
together?
offers some help, searching the neighborhood, trying to find Sean and his long-dead wife.
Lead the way.
We run into the house, we grab the UR special book. Bob gets more luck, because really, Bob is insanely lucky. Despite the predicament he finds himself in now. Bob slaughters insects throughout the neighborhood. Again, this is where Bob is in his element. Just annihilating all the bugs that come at him. In another life, Bob would have been an exterminator.
Codsworth.
Mr. Bond, the Mrs. and young Sean aren't here.
Obviously,
Sean's
they're
out
not
there,
here, Codsworth.
I need to find him.
What about Concord, sir? Plenty of people
Codsworth tells us about Concord. That sounds like a great idea. We've got nothing else to go on.
Times before I had to run back home.
I like these people already.
Oh, good. Maybe you'll get along then, and they can help you find young Sean.
So the first thing Bob does is he needs to get outfitted. He remembers from his adventures in his neighbors' backyards that one of them has a root cellar. Checks out the root cellar, finds some gold, and a bunch of food. In this playthrough, we're going to rely on food a lot. Because again, this is survival. And Bob's a hungry guy. Bob, also, being the consumer that he is, he just grabs everything he can get his hands on. Decides he's had enough of this shit, it's time to go to sleep. Takes a quick nap. And we're out of the root cellar. Now on his way to Concord, Bob comes across the old gas station where he used to buy
You're
porn
all by yourself.
and chocolate bars. Finds a dog. And it's a beautiful dog. Doesn't check to see if there's an owner.
Together.
Just says, "Let's go, boy." We get dog meat. Situation isn't looking so dire anymore. We run into Concord and immediately see some trouble. Some guys are shooting at each other. Bob wants to get in the middle of this. Bob definitely wants to get in the middle of this. Oh, just some devastating blows against this raider. He's down. Grabs everything. Bob realizes that the jumpsuit isn't quite his fashion. He's really digging the fashion of the guys he sees in the new Commonwealth wasteland. Picks up everything. Sees the mining helmet on this guy and just falls in love with it. Look around, make sure all the raiders are dead. Now we'll go talk to this crazy guy. Dressed up in Revolutionary wartime clothes. But not until we decide that Bob really is an idiot savant. That's really Bob's calling. He decides the vault suit's a little too stuffy for him. Decides to try out the latest fashions. He takes a look at himself, looking super swanky. Bob is just looking incredible right now. Besides, he's looking the part, so it's time to go into the Museum of Freedom. Encounters a little resistance, but Bob is resilient. Just demolishes the raiders in his way. Smacks him with his stick.
Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Finds this crazy looking guy.
Well, we do have one idea.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis, tell him.
There's a crashed vertibird up
Bob
on
likes
the
this,
roof.
the sound of this
Old
idea.
school, pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45.
Bob loves the sound of this. Power armor is right up Bob's alley.
I like it. Nice.
We grab the perception bobblehead. Bob is not very perceptive, but he'll take all the help he can get. Puts on some more duds, looking amazing. Has to get the fusion core for the power armor. Picks the lock. Bob's a little mischievous. He's not really into hacking, but he knows his way around a lock.
Got it.
With the fusion core in hand, we head up to the roof. Grab the power armor. Power it up. And now Bob's just really balling. He's looking great. Looking even better with this power armor on. Jumps down. Gets out his stick. And just intimidates the hell out of Gristle. Gristle runs away, but he can't run from Bob. Damn, Gristle. What were you thinking? And so at this point, Bob decides to level up. Bob's feeling pretty lucky. We get the Ricochet perk. Because if Bob can't kill him, they can kill themselves. So now we've got a bunch of raiders we got to take care of. Just charge in. Bob does not give a fuck. Now Bob hears a little commotion going on over there. Decides he should try out this minigun. Immediately, Bob shoots at the wrong thing. Causes an enormous explosion. Gets his bearings straight. We're fighting out this Deathclaw. The Deathclaw having none of it. Hey, get off my dog, Deathclaw, seriously. This thing isn't messing around. Bob decides he needs a little pharmaceutical help to deal with his bad mamma jamma.
Fucking cow!
Immediately, Bob is loving this. Just starts mowing down the Deathclaw. Finally, it's dead. Bob gets a little hungry. We need a little snack. Fighting the Deathclaw took a little bit out of us. So at this point, Bob notices that this truck is about to explode. Realizes he's not good with guns. I mean, look at that. Dogmeat is an immortal champion. Survives the nuclear explosion. But Bob's learned his lesson. No more guns for Bob. Bob's not good at guns. Guns are not good at Bob. Takes out his trusty stick and just demolishes some more raiders. Look at this guy. Hecking him. Bob's not gonna have any of that. Takes all his stuff. Screw you, Raider, for messing with Bob. You okay, dog meat? Yeah, dog meat will be fine. We loot the Deathclaw. Victorious, we return to the Museum of Freedom. After stealing Gristle's harness. I guess it's not stealing. Gristle's dead. He's not going to need it.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you were on our side.
Preston's impressed. Of course he is. It's the mutton chops.
Where you should start looking. The great green jewel of the
Bob's
comet.
digging Mama Murphy.
Diamonds
She's a fiend. He's becoming a fiend. They're going to get along swell. She tells him about Diamond City.
Thanks to our friend
Bob's
here,
excited.
it's safe to move out.
He's got a lead on his son.
Mama Murphy knows about. Sanctuary. It's not far.
So we leave the Museum of Freedom. And Bob sets off. It's getting dark, so he needs to go back home. When he realizes he's running the wrong way, turns around, goes the right way. Returns to the truck stop, and he's ready to call it a night. So that's going to be it for episode 1 of the Saga of Bob. Thanks everyone for watching. Subscribe, and stay tuned for more from Bob. Thanks.